Cronodes. Now, really quickly, I do want to preface this with you cannot find a lot of this information on CoinMarketCap, so just be aware that I took a lot of this from the white paper and from the Discord. Also, these numbers are subject to change due to market conditions, and these are the numbers at the time of filming. Cronodes coin all-time high, $51. Cronodes coin all-time low, $1. As Owen Wilson would say, wow. Coin price now, $10. Coin ROI over the past month, negative 80%. Time in business, 2 months or since January of 2022. 19 million of these were burned, but the total supply was around 20,456,000. Total supply market cap, 204.5 million. The actual circulating supply is about 1 million tokens, and the actual circulating supply market cap is about $10 million. ROI on one Cronode per year without compounding, 912%. ROI on one Cronode compounding for 1 year, 40,000%. Rewards wallet balance, 411,000 tokens. Rewards owed per day, 74,275. Days they can pay out the rewards if nobody buys or compounds into more nodes, only 6 days. Now, one quick thing before we get into the protocol. I just want to recognize Kuka on Cronos. That's his Discord name. I was in the Cronodes Discord asking a bunch of questions. Nobody seemed to be feeling it. He, I think, recognized me from YouTube and said, hey, are you Drew Wolfer from YouTube? I said, yeah. And he actually went out of his way to help answer my questions and help me kind of cut through that red and yellow tape, right? So thank you so much, Kuka on Cronos, for everything that you did to help me in the filming of this video and the researching for the filming of this video. I just wanted to give you a shout out because you're like top drawer, you're stand-up guy. I appreciate it. So let's get into the video, guys. Okay, so what is Cronodes? So Cronodes is a fork of the DeFi service Thor. So I actually hate this because people always scream at me in the comments talking about like, version 2 is coming out, version 2 is coming out. Okay, version 2 is coming out. Well, Thor has a version 2 coming out because they forked Ring, right? Why are you forking stuff that doesn't matter? Like, why the fork are you forking this if it didn't work and they had to fix it? Why don't you fix it first? That's all I'm saying. So Cronodes is actually hosted on the Cronos chain, which is Crypto.com's crypto exchange. So I think there's brand recognition there that is kind of being exploited, and I really don't like this because it seems a little dirty to me. What I mean by that is they named their token and their project really close to Cronos, right? If you look at the Cronos chain and then you look at Cronode, right? It almost looks like they're the Crypto.com Cronos chain version of a DeFi node project, which they are not. And I just don't like that. I see a lot of DeFis doing this, like Ring Financial named themselves after an actual financial institution. And it's just misleading. So take that for what it is. So here's what Cronodes says in the opening statements to their investors. Currently, we are experiencing an era of money transfer that has never been seen. Yeah, it's basically like Scam City out here where it's just this massive cash grab in the DeFi space, and there's new projects popping up every 5 seconds and then other projects failing every 5 seconds, and those projects are like replacing them because they're like, oh, you got $20 million off of your customers. Now they have nobody to put their money into. Let's see if we can get their money. Now, what do they bring to their investors? They said consistent passive income, a platform that does all the heavy lifting. So basically, like, they're just spewing off the same things that every other protocol is doing. I get that. They strive to be an investment vehicle for people to trust and put their money in. So basically, like every other DeFi out there that is losing money. So this is hard to do, also trust, when your business model is based on a Ponzi and you're not transparent with who you are or anything that you do. And everyone else in the space is doing the same thing. So what makes them different? I'm not even going to spew off what they say in their website, and I'm just going to be real and say nothing makes them different. They're not doing anything different than any of these other protocols are doing. It's a copy and paste method. So I'm just being real about that. That's what you guys like about me. I'm just being real. They're no different. So they're basically saying like, oh, we pool funds and then we invest them into these, high yielding protocols. But we're going to show why that's not actually facts here in just a little bit. I'm not saying that they don't do that. I'm saying that they don't do it in the amount that they need to bring in to pay the investors and stay sustainable. They essentially pay out their investors with the new investors' money, which we've seen that a lot. It's cycling, it's a pyramid, we get it. Now, if you want to get into Cronos, how do you do it? It's extremely simple. You buy the Cronos token, CRO, then you go and buy Cronodes with the Crow token. Connect your wallet to the website, stake your 20 tokens, you now have a node. Now, the way that breaks down is 14 of those Cronodes tokens goes into the rewards pool to essentially what I was talking about earlier, pay out the investors before you. 2 go into liquidity, which one of them goes in as Cronodes, and then 1 goes in as Cronos, which, bam, sell order. And then 4 go into the marketing and team wallet. Pretty standard. So let's talk rewards now. Each Chronode gets 0.5 in rewards per day. It used to be 1 Chronode, but they actually changed this. They've already slashed rewards within the first 2 months of being a protocol because I think they're seeing the writing in the sand for all these other protocols that are absolutely tanking. This is a good thing, but having to pivot that fast is not good. I get it why you were doing 1 Chronode token per day, and that's to like bring people in and say, oh, it's a 20-day payoff period, you get ROI tomorrow. Those aren't the type of investors that you want. If they think that 20-day payoff periods are real, then they're not living in the financial world that we have built, right? So essentially having to pivot that fast when they probably should have just said, oh, you get 0.25 in rewards per day off of the Chronodes, that would have probably been a better option. Those rewards are only distributed every 24 hours, so that kind of helps them not get their price tanked as much. I do like that. So, but here's another word of caution. Like just a week or so ago, a bunch of like unclaimed rewards got taken out of everyone's wallets. So I don't like that. It's like the team took them. I don't know if they're paying them back. I don't know if they have paid them back. I sure hope that they did, but if they didn't, that's pretty dirty. That's all I'm saying. So, and again, by the time we film this video, we'll probably have found out whether they paid them back or not, so don't be jumping down my throat because the information isn't here yet whenever I'm filming. So if you get 0.5 per day, that's a 40-day payoff period now, which is still astronomically quick. It's actually not going to be a 40-day payoff period because the token price is getting absolutely murdered right now, so you're probably going to be looking more like 80 or 120 days, because even though it's at $10 right now, in terms of USD getting your money back, it's probably going to take you a lot longer unless the price stays stable or recovers, or you can compound quickly and, recover it faster because you're getting 2, 3, 4x times the Chronodes that you were getting when you had 1 node. It's actually at an 80% drop in like the past 20 or 30 days. It went from $51 all the way down to $10. It would not surprise me if it keeps going down. It's trending downward, just like every other node project out here besides maybe, I think like Comb or Cubo, one of those two. I don't remember. It might be both of them, but that's just how the space is working right now. So make sure you can get your money out before the token drop starts outpacing the rewards that you get back. So this can actually be helped by compounding into new nodes and like doubling, tripling, quadrupling up your rewards that you're getting back per day. But that's problematic in and of itself, because if people are like, oh, the coin price is dropping, what do I do? And people are like, compound so that you can get more rewards. That's not something that you should have to do. That should not be a necessity for you to get your ROI back. That's all I'm saying. So your ROI on your coins per day is 2.5%. You can have up to 100 of these nodes in your wallet. It takes 207 days by that reward system to reach that total full wallet of nodes. If you reach that, your rewards per day would be 50 Chronodes. Now, if you take the remaining days that you have left and you're getting paid 50 Chronodes per day, you would have 7,900 Chronode tokens at your 365 day mark. And this is a 39,500% APY from 1 Chronode. Even taking into account the 10% claim tax, you would still be making over 35,000%. And like, think about this from a logical perspective. Like, go watch my other videos on yield nodes and flux and, go look at a Gala node. Go look at something that's actually sustainable, sustaining, and see what the returns are on that. Because 1,000% a year, you can't convince me any different is not sustainable. It might be sustainable for the coin, but these protocols are saying, oh, invest X amount with us and you'll have X amount of USD at the end of this. And that's just not how it goes. So I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's not in USD, it's in Chronodes. Yeah, but what does it matter if Chronodes is worth 1 cent by the time you get it out? That's all I'm saying. Now, if you didn't compound at all, your regular ROI would be like 912%. Even that is an astronomical, you're not even compounding. Like, you're not even reinvesting your profits. There's no rule of compounding here. You're making 912%. That makes no sense, is what I'm saying. Like, even things that make you 80 to 100% a year are still like very risky. So like times that risk by 10, 12x. And you can save 50% on your tax if you buy a Chronodes NFT. They cost 100 Chronos, and that's about $50 at present day. That's a pretty substantial savings for only investing like 50 bucks. So, you know, take that into account. There's also no fees on node hosting or like a monthly maintenance fee, which I thought was weird because it's like, okay, how are you hosting your network? Oh, I forgot. You don't have a network. That's how. Apparently in their V2, which we've already covered why I don't care about V2s in other videos and in this video, until that drops, it doesn't matter. So don't talk to me about it until it's dropped and until it's audited, until everybody can see what is in the contract. That's all I'm saying. But they said that in V2, they're supposed to be bringing in these, you know, node and monthly maintenance fees. And, you know, I think that's probably a good idea, honestly, because of what I'm seeing in terms of, you know, the rewards payouts. Now, everybody's been waiting for this part. Let's get to Drew's secret sauce. This is what everybody comes for, and I appreciate everybody showing up. If you've gotten any value so far, make sure you like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and comment anything that you want to see. I appreciate it, and let's get right into it. So there's 148,550 nodes right now at the time of filming. That means that 2.971 million tokens were used to buy those nodes. That's 297% of the entire supply. So basically the tokens have been recycled 3 times in 2 months. Like, that's crazy. So 74,275 Chronodes is what they have to pay out. That equates out to $742,000. And I know everybody's gonna be like, dude, doesn't matter. Chronodes is Chronodes and USD is USD. Nah, it does matter because at the end of the day, you're not buying your milk and cookies with Chronodes token. You're buying it with USD. Your ROI is in Chronodes tokens, but your actual utility is not in Chronodes tokens. So yes, USD matters, and that's what people understand, and that's what people are converting into whenever they get out of this project. So they have 441,000 in the rewards wallet, which essentially means if you divide the amount in rewards that they have to pay out divided by what they have in the rewards wallet, they can only pay out for 6 days, less than 6 days, if no one buys any more nodes or compounds into any new nodes. That's problematic. That's all I'm saying. Take that for what it is. Let's talk on their investments really quick, because I already know everybody's gonna be like, but they're investing the money. Okay, cool. Let's cover it then. 50K on Crow staking. That's the Chronos token. That's staked at a 15% ROI per year. Then they have 100K on the pairing SVF MMF, which is Savannah Finance and like something Meerkat Finance. Now, their variable APR is like 1,800%. They have actually made, and this is confirmed, about $165,000 on that investment. So they're actually right on pace to have that $1.849 million in 12 months. Then they put $150,000 into the MMF Crow pairing. I seriously can't make these names up, guys. Stands for Mad Meerkat Finance. So take that for what it is too. The variable APR on this is 370%. That means they would make about $550,000. They have actually made 47K on this so far, so they're right on pace. So all of those profits total, if you take them into account, add up to about $2.411 million. If you divide that by the 300K that they invested, that's only 800%. So how are they paying out over 900% to people that aren't compounding, right? Then there's people that are compounding that are making absolutely astronomical percentages compared to that when they're only bringing in 800% on 300K that they've invested. Just take that for what it is, guys. That's my secret sauce. These are the things that I find that make these protocols problematic. And if that isn't thought-provoking, I don't know what it is. Don't buy stuff on hype, all right? Look at the numbers, look at the financials behind it, and look at the charts, like the numbers, the financials, the analytics, and the charts. That will tell you everything that you need to know about these protocols. And there's a reason why I'm not in any of these. Now, here's my words of caution. They are not KYC'd, they are not doxed, they are not audited, and they have absolutely no intention of doing any of those things. They said that they do intend on getting an audit for the V2 contract, and I get that, and they're like, why audit something whenever it's about to be phased out? And I'm like, why phase something out when you could have just fixed it when you dropped it in the first place and not copied a business model that's terrible, which was Thor, that wasn't working, that they actually pivoted from? I don't know, man. It's just weird. The price has trended downward since inception. Go look at the chart. That's because people are just taking the rewards and just running with them, right? The rewards model is unsustainable unless they cut rewards on the regular, like by a lot, which hurts the entire project because then no one wants to come in anymore because they're like, well, now I've got a 600-day payoff period or a 200-day payoff period. I thought I was getting ROI tomorrow. No. So their investments don't make enough to substantiate what they're paying out to people, and they're not in abundance enough. Like, there's not enough capital allocated to the investments. Like, when you've only got 300K invested, but you've got like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars coming into your project every day, but you have to make 912.5% bare minimum for every single one of those nodes that comes in, and you've only got 300K invested, that's only going to bring in like maybe 1 or 2 days worth of rewards on an entire year's worth of investments. So that doesn't really help much. Now, the devs did receive coins, apparently, but we have no idea how many, and neither do the mods. I asked the mods. Crazy, man. And again, their contract is not audited, so proceed with caution because you have absolutely no idea what's in that. You can assume because you can go look at Thor's old contract, but they're changing that anyway, so like you don't even know what's going to be in the V2 contract or if that's even coming out. So until those contracts are audited, just like proceed with caution because at the end of the day, this could be another SAFU where they have 100% total control, can transfer out the money at any time they want into this wallet and then convert it and then transfer it wherever they want to go because that wallet isn't locked. So just be careful. Now, so with all that being said, thank you for everyone showing up. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate all the new subscribers, all the likes, all the comments, and the absolute abundance of people interacting with the channel. That's what makes this happen. That's what makes this enjoyable. That's what's humbling me, and I'm extremely appreciative of it. So with that being said, if you liked this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment anything that you want to see, anything that I'm doing that you like or don't like, any projects that you want to see. And then make sure you hit that subscribe button and just bang on that notification bell for me one good time. I appreciate everyone showing up. Thank you again so much, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day, everyone.